Good morning, everyone. Welcome back to the Blind Press YouTube channel and the 71st coffee stream. And let me start off by wishing you guys a very Merry Christmas. I know it's Christmas Eve, but we will not be streaming tomorrow because I will be with my kids and Skep will be with his grandbabies. Speaking of Skep, he will be a little bit late today. Unfortunately, he's got an ill grandchild, and he needed to run and grab some medicine for the little one. So he will be joining us probably in about 15 to 20 minutes. So it's just going to be me for now. Hello, Michelle Prong. Merry Christmas to you. Merry Christmas to Opinionated Scotsman. Merry Christmas or Saturnalia to Duck Dog. I hope everyone's doing well. I'm sure more will come in as the stream goes on. Merry Christmas to Blind Girl. How are you doing today? So while we're waiting for the co-host, let's do some old school coffee stream. Let's let's open up Discord and let's go see some of the wonderfulness that Gunfox has deposited in the News for the Coffee Stream channel. I'm just waiting for Merry Christmas, Will Honorless. I hope you and your family have a good day. Thank you for dropping in to say hi. And I really do hope everyone has a good Christmas holiday with their family, or if you're not with your family, that you end up at least having an all right Christmas. If you're able to find some friends to hang out with, awesome. I know the holidays can be really tough, even if you do have family to hang out with. Sometimes it's just you have family members that you'd rather not see, that you have to see. And I know that Christmas can be tough for some people. So I really hope that that people can find some sort of happiness and enjoyment in their Christmas. Blind Girl says Ottawa news. 2 people were randomly shot last night in downtown Ottawa. Oh, well, that really sucks. By chance, did it happen to be around the marketplace area? Wouldn't be shocked if it did. Marketplace is really nice at night. Not so much at nighttime. Or really nice in the day, sorry. Nice in the day, not so much at night. Wow. Wake up, Blind Press. Jesus. Have some more coffee, Blind Press. You apparently need it. All right. In the market. Yep. A taxi driver and a random pedestrian. I called it. I knew it. I knew it was in the market. How did I know? I'm so smart. Oh, really? It's not letting me use the touchpad anymore. That's fucked up. I can't get to the. I used to be able to use the touchpad, and there used to be like a columns, so the servers would be on the far left, and then the channels would be in the next column. And now I try and swipe left and right on the touchpad, and it's just giving me blanks. Fucking ridiculous. 2 dead and 26 wounded in Chicago for this Christmas weekend so far. Jesus Christ. Can't have a coffee stream without coffee, says Opinionated Scotsman. I completely agree. Blind Girl says coffee is the nectar of the gods. Yes, it is. Hello, Jacob Gulf City Nevo. Hope you are doing well this Christmas Eve. Now, let's what are you doing? Oh, Discord, why dost thou hate me so? There we go. Okay. Social Security Administration mistakenly withdraws the thousands of dollars from a woman's account. Let's read about this. Hi, Gunfox. Hi, Ghost Dog. Merry Christmas. All right, here. Let's find the headline. This is from December 20th, so it's not too old. Here we go.
Heading Level 1. Social Security Administration mistakenly withdraws thousands of dollars from deceased woman's bank account. Still hasn't returned the money 4 months later.
Jesus Christ. So she's dead, so they took the money from her estate? They took the money from her estate, basically.
Heading Level 2. The agency has admitted its mistake but has failed to return the money to the woman's account. The late Dorothy Carlberg. Image source. WB link. Janet link. Days Tim Carlberg. Days after the death of an 89-year-old Chicago woman named Dorothy Carlberg, the Social Security Administration promptly withdrew large payments from her bank account. You are
Why? That's not how that works.
Tim Carlberg, the woman's son, expected the government agency to withdraw 1 month of benefits, but what he didn't do 12.s. Days after Tim Carlberg, the woman's son, days after the death of an 8. Tim Carlberg, the woman's son, expected the government agency to withdraw 1 month of benefits, but what he didn't expect was for the agency to withdraw $7,028 more than was owed.
Whoa! $7,800? Holy, or $7,028. That's a lot of money.
Link. WBB at Black. Link. WBB MTV. Reported. Dorothy Carlberg died August 21st, but someone at the SSA entered the date as March 21st. You are currently on.
Oh, wow. So, okay, so they said that she died in March and not in August. And so I hope everyone's having a happy holiday. Nice, Duck Dog. So they took let's see, March, April, May, June, July, August, 6 months of benefits. Wow.
Nearly 4 months after her death, Tim Carlberg is still battling the SSA to get the money back. You heading Level 3. What's the story? Days after Dorothy Carlberg's death, her son noticed 5 electronic withdrawals from her bank account that occurred over a 3-day period. You are currently on. Tim Carlberg quickly contacted the agency to find out what had happened, and that's when an employee acknowledged that her date of death was recorded incorrectly. You feel like no one's fighting for you, Tim Carlberg told WBBN. After the call, Tim Karlberg was confident the problem had been resolved and the money would be returned to his mother's account. You are currently on the tech. I thought everything was taken care of the first time I talked to somebody, but here we are 3 months later, he said.
Well, and you would think that it would be taken care of the first call you made, because that's a pretty big error. Like, that's not an oopsie. That's a holy fuck. Like, that money could be going towards paying off any debts that she has owed, or it could go to her grandchildren, to her children. Like, this is wow.
Tim Karlberg told WBBM that he had spent seemingly endless hours making phone calls and submitting forms to get the situation straightened out, but to no avail. You are currently on.
Yep, that's social assistance for you. Forms, and phone calls. I mean, like, and I don't mean to sound ungrateful for the assistance that I get, but I definitely know the bureaucratic mess that he's going through, because it can be ridiculous. Especially when they make the mistake. It's usually when they make the mistake that you have to jump through rings of fire to get what you're rightfully owed. The government needs to be run by accountants, not bureaucrats. Yeah, that's true. People need to understand that the U.S. government does not make any mistakes, because he will never see the money. Oh no, proximity badgers are stalking Blind Press. Will Pink Hell be able to save her from the evil proximity badgers? Oh, Ryan. I'm not sure I agree with you on that one, Gunfox. Governments make mistakes all the time. I remember ODSP didn't believe I was blind. Oh, that's fun. Yeah, I would imagine that would be a fun day. Oh, at Blind Press, I was being sarcastic. Oh, fuck, Jesus Christ. Wake up, Blind. Holy fuck. Thank you, Jacob Neville. Merry Christmas to you as well. And to your nephew and nieces. Merry Christmas.
We can't get any answers. That's the biggest frustration. Nobody seems to know, and then they don't let you talk to anybody to get the answers, and then it changes, Karlberg said.
Yep.
You are currently
That's what happens when the fucking government fucks up. When they make the mistake, they're like, no, you just fill out this form. Oh, no, you filled it out wrong because your name is signed crooked. No, fill it out this form now. Oh, no, sorry. The 2 in this date here for 2018 is like wonky. So now you have to fill out this form because, they don't want to admit that they made the mistake, right? If you make the mistake, then, oh, no, sorry, it's your mistake. You fucked up. You get nothing. Ha, 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 ha.
Third-party ad content. Heading level 3. What did the SSA say? Following a call to SSA from WBBM, Karlberg received a request from an employee at the agency. He was asked to provide birth certificates for his entire family, but he wasn't given any expectation on when the money would be refunded. You are currently on it.
Wait, the entire family needs to provide birth certificates now so that he can get his mother's money? At Blind Press, did you get Pink Hollow back for last night? Not yet. Not yet. I'm really good with navigating from set with sound feedback, not bumping into walls or large furniture, so me navigating with my stick means I'm faking it. Yep, I've had that. I slept on the couch, Gunfox. You slept on the couch because Alex took the bed over. Government theft, yep.
It's a double standard, definitely, Carlberg said.
It is a double standard, I agree.
A spokesperson at the SSA told WBVM that he couldn't comment about specific cases and would only say, hypothetically, that the agency is working as quickly as possible to remedy the problem.
Hypothetically, the agency is working quickly to fix the problem. It still counts. Oh my god.
Frame. H/T. You are link. WBVM TV. Black. Right for it link. World's first surviving octopus.
I think that's the end of that article. So that poor man, it's like days after your mother's death, it's like, oh look, a whole bunch of money from her estate is gone. Now 4 months later, oh look, you have to provide proof that your whole family is alive so that we can give you your dead mother's money back that we shouldn't have taken. But we don't know when your money will be back. But we still want proof of your whole family's births. Like, what? Government hurts my head sometimes. Oh my goodness. Stop yawning, Blind Press. Okay. Let's see. Do. Let's see. Oh shit, arrest in Morocco beheadings or backpacker beheadings foiled terrorist plot? I didn't know that was a terrorist plot. I don't know if any of you guys listened to Lords of the Night, but they covered a story where two Scandinavian backpackers had been what's it called? Oh yeah, a Blind Press. Yeah, I wouldn't give them any BC's birth certificates, because some people in the government can sell that stuff to make money. Yeah. For example, Pinkalis says, by the way, if any of you submit artwork, I'll open a Teespring. Dissected like frogs. I've seen footprints, Ryan. Oh my. Okay, let's read here about these things. This was updated last 4 hours ago, so it's pretty up to date.
Nicole Dara, heading level 1. Arrests in Morocco backpacker beheading foiled terrorist plot. Nicole Dara, in it, by link. Nicole Guerra. Link. Vertical line Fox News. Link. Tweet link. Frame. Heading level 4. Link. Scandinavian hiker murder suspects arrested and may have ties to ISIS.
Well, that's not shocking.
3 more suspects have been arrested in the murder of Louisa Vestericher Jespersen and Mary Newland, 2 Scandinavian tourists who were killed in their tent in the Moroccan Mount 12.S. Heading 3 more suspects have been arrested in the murder of Louisa Vestericher Jespersen and Mary Newland, 2 Scandinavian tourists who were killed in their tent in the Moroccan mountains. A terrorist plot was foiled by the Friday arrests of 9 more men connected to the ISIS-inspired beheadings of 2 Scandinavian backpackers in Morocco, investigators revealed Sunday. You are
interesting. Very interesting. Oh, hello, Dread Darkwater.
The suspects were between the ages of 25 and 33 and were headed to the area where the women were beheaded with the intent to commit a crime. Bakr Sadik, a spokesman for the Moroccan Security and Domestic Intelligence Services, told Reuters.
Interesting.
Sadik said the suspects were found with a variety of items including electronic devices, knives, bomb-making materials and unauthorized rifles. He did not elaborate about the plot itself. You are
But what do these women have to do with that? Like, why would you randomly behead 2 women in a tent as a precursor to a terror plot? Blind Press, I have no idea why Westerners go to Muslim countries. Really, do not go to those countries or they will kill you. Yeah, I agree. I agree with that.
The arrests bring the total number of suspects in the case to 13. 4 other men were arrested earlier in the murders of Mary Newland, 28, of Norway, and Louisa Vestericher, 24, of Denmark. Louisa Vestericher, left, and Mary Newland, right, were found dead Monday with stab wounds on their neck near the village of Imlil, image. Black. The women were found dead Monday with stab wounds on their neck near the village of Imlil, a starting point for treks to Mount Tubkal, North Africa's highest peak. You are current. Link. Click here to get the remote village of Imlil nestled on the slopes of the Atlas Mountains in Morocco on December 20th, 2018, about 6 miles from the spot where the bodies of 2 Scandinavian women were found. Image. Sadik said while the suspects were seen in a video before the bodies were found pledging their allegiance to ISIS, the suspects were lone wolves. You are.
Okay, so they were seen pledging their allegiance to ISIS, but they're lone wolves in this case. So, are you saying that they were fanboys of ISIS? Like, how can they be how? That doesn't make sense to me. Usually when we go to Muslim countries, we go with air and artillery support. Hi, Chadwick. Hope everyone's ready for Christmas at your house.
The crime was not coordinated with Islamic State, Sadik said. Lone wolves do not need permission from their leader. You are current.
Okay, so then why would they even mention that they swore allegiance to ISIS if they didn't need permission from ISIS for this crime? Either they are lone wolves don't swear allegiance to. They are linked with ISIS but acted without instruction. Yeah, okay. You know, crazy. It's just a little bit more running. Yeah. What? My brain hurts thinking they'd be both Blind Press. Yeah, Ghost Dog, I'm with you. One dislike. I hope whoever left it steps on a Lego barefoot. Aw, thank you. All right, here. Let's.
Link. Mother of murdered Scandinavian tourist was sent graphic images of her daughter's killing. Report.
Oh, wow, that's not cool.
Sadik added that authorities were continuing to investigate footage that allegedly showed one of the women being beheaded. The video has no background and the clothes of the victim are not identical to those in reality, Sadik said. You are currently on it. Norwegian police last week said the video likely was authentic. Morocco is generally considered safe for tourists but has been rooting out Islamic extremists for years. You are currently on a text element.
Well, it's not really safe for tourists anymore, is it?
The Associated Press contributed to this report.
Well, that's the end of that story. Let's see. Let's see here. Let's do delivery driver stowed packages in his car, plotted to steal more. A real life fucking Grinch. Duck Dog says the ISIS groups in Africa are caliphates that hold the same ideology, like Boko Haram. Okay. Blind Press. ISIS have standing bounties on Westerners, 5,000 for civilians, 25K for soldiers, 50K for veterans and stuff. Oh, wow. Last I heard. So my ass is worth to some goat lover $50,000. Wow. But all cultures are just as good as any other, right? Says Duck Dog. Oh, yeah. And people believe all those lies about how safe it all is and go to those places to prove us normies wrong. Yep. And then look what happens, Muslim. What is it? Islam should deem itself haram. Yeah. All right, let's read about this asshole who stole presents.
Heading level 1. Delivery driver stowed packages in his car, plotted to steal more before Christmas. Authorities say. By. Link. Stephen Soares. Link. Vertical link. Email. Gilbert Good, 19. Allegedly tried to steal packages meant to be delivered to customers on his UPS route on December 12th in Houston. Image.
His name is Gilbert Good.
Gilbert Good, a United Parcel Service driver in Texas, was arrested Wednesday for allegedly stealing packages he was supposed to deliver to customers and plotting to steal more before Christmas, authorities said. A UPS security manager caught Gilbert Good, 19, stowing packages meant to be delivered in the backseat of his car on December 12th. The link. Harris County Precinct 4 Constable's Office said in a statement. The manager also overheard Good making a phone call where he plotted to steal more parcels before Christmas. The link. Houston Chronicle reported. You are.
Wow.
Link. Click here to get the Fox News app. When the manager confronted Good, the deliveryman allegedly admitted to stealing the packages but ran off before police arrived at the scene. You. Link. How TV. 18-point rebuttal. A shade of link. Black on white. Reported. Good was arrested at his residence Wednesday and booked in the Harris County Jail. Image.
Good.
Good was arrested at his police filed a warrant for Good's arrest and found that he had an outstanding warrant for aggravated robbery. The constable's office said. You.
Okay, so he robbed somebody with a weapon. Such a winner. Oh, hello, Irate Bear. Merry Christmas to you, Irate Bear. I hope Elfie and Vanilla Bear and I can't remember your other son's name, your stepson. I hope everyone has a good Christmas.
Good was arrested at his residence and booked in the Harris County Jail. His bond was set at $20,500. You are sponsored stories you may like. Link.
Oh, that was a short story. So he's an asshole who stole people's presents. How very lovely. How very lovely. We don't talk about the ginger stepchild. Merry non-offensive holiday greeting. It's like 4 cameras, a glider bomb, and a stink bomb. It's some NASA engineer. What are we talking about? He who shall not be named. You have a massive purging hammer? How interesting. I've never heard of a purging hammer before. Is that like Thor's hammer? I am offered second chances, but a robber delivering packages? That would never go wrong. Yeah, I know, right? I don't think the purge would work out the way the leftists think it would. No, I don't either. I don't either. Let's see here. Let's see here. Let's find. I think Pinkalo sent a story to hashtag BlindPressReads. So let's take a look. Search. Hashtag BlindPressReads. All right. Come along. Oh, Pinkalo's on the phone with somebody. That's why. I'm like, what is that noise? Why is it not in order? That's fucked up. Okay, so it starts with December 6th, then it goes to October 5th. Now it's at September 29th. October 4th now. There's the December 21st one. Which one is this? All right. Okay. All right.
Heading level 1. Canadian covered detained in China has no access to lawyer, his employer says. By the Canadian Press. Friday, December 21st, 2018.
So this is a few days old, but...
List 7. Link. End of list. Ottawa. The employer up. Link. Michael Covered, who was recently detained in China, says the Canadian has not been given access to a lawyer while in custody. You are currently on a text element.
Well, that's not good.
Kareem Lever, a Washington-based spokesman for the International Crisis Group, says Covered's arrest for allegedly endangering Chinese security is unjustified and he should be released immediately.
How did he allegedly endanger Chinese security?
Michael Covered served as a diplomat in China until 2016 and had been working for the Crisis Group, a non-governmental agency. Image. Michael Covered, at the very least. Michael Covered served as a diplomat at the very least. Ledford says Covered should be allowed to see a lawyer and receive regular consular visits from Canadian officials.
Yes.
Covered served as a diplomat in China until 2016 and had been working for the Crisis Group, a non-governmental agency. You are currently on a text element. A source familiar with the conditions of Covered's detention says he is questioned 3 times a day and kept in a room with the lights on continuously. You are currently...
A source familiar with the questioning, of course.
Article continued below. The source was not authorized to speak publicly about the situation due to the sensitivity of the matter. You are... Read more. Link. Details of extent and a diplomat's detention in link. The forgotten Canadians detained in link. China. Canada's a spokesperson for Global Affairs Canada said Friday he had nothing new to report on Covered's case. Covered and another Canadian, Michael Spavor, were taken into custody on security grounds just days after Canadian authorities in Vancouver. You are currently on a link. Arrested Men Wanzhou, a senior executive with Chinese firm Huawei Technologies, so she can be extradited to the U.S. to face fraud charges.
Oh, so this is revenge. Okay. This is clearly revenge. That's all this is. This is plain and simple using civilians as fucking pawns in a political tactics game. That's what this is.
Article continued below. One Covered supporters say 10-31. Covered supporters say he was working openly, had met numerous Chinese officials, attended conferences and appeared in the media. Western analysts say China's detention of the 2 Canadians is clearly retaliation for men's arrest.
Yep. Yep. This is absolutely retaliation.
Spavor is director of the Piku Cultural Exchange and one of the few people from the West to have met North Korean leader Kim Jong-un. John Nicolam, Canada's ambassador to China, has met, at least briefly, with both Covered and Spavor. A 3rd Canadian was also recently detained in China, though her case is said to be unrelated to the other 2. In a statement this week, the directors of several European policy institutions in Berlin expressed deep concern about the detained Canadians. You are...
Deep concern. Well, what are they going to do? Well, China is after to control everyone. True. I am versed in Canadian law. That's my defense. I'm a bigger threat to myself than the police. I was once punched in the back of the head by a Mountie. Oh my.
Developments such as these increase uncertainty and distrust among foreign scholars who regularly conduct research within China, as they fear for their safety, the statement said. This will clearly undermine efforts to better understand developments in China and to further constructive relations between China and other countries.
Further constructive relations.
The bodies include the
I understand what the
development. The bodies include the European Council on Foreign Relations, the Mercator Institute for China Studies, and the Global Public Policy Institute. You are current. List 3 items. Link. Report an error. 1 of 3.
Okay, that's the end of that story. So, yeah. China is using civilians and ex-diplomats as pawns in their political game. That's awesome. Let's all think of. Sorry, Blind Press, I kind of hijacked your chat. It's all good, dude. It's Christmas. Let's all think of Arnold Schwarzenegger. I'm not. It's not a tumor.
Link. Journalistics.
It's not a tumor. Who is your daddy and what does he do? All right, I'm done with the terrible Arnold impressions. More news in the Discord, huh? All right. Why are you surprised China has internment camps? No, I'm not surprised. I'm just I actually don't I don't watch Terminator enough to know the theme song. Cuz watching Terminator when you can't see is really fucking boring. Really, really fucking boring. All right. Holy Christ, why will I not stop yawning? This is really aggravating. A great film, regardless. What? But no, it's a great film, says Alex. No, it's boring as fuck when you can't see. It's a visually intense film, though. Yeah, it is. Like films like I tried watching Rosemary's Baby, and because everyone's like, oh, it's such a creepy movie, it's such a creepy movie, and I'm like, this is really fucking boring. The only part that I found really creepy was near the end when she's about to give birth and she's like running from her obstetrician and everything because they're in league with the devil worshippers. And I watched Rosemary's Baby when I was pregnant with my first son. So if you like when you're trying to find somebody that you can trust so that you can give birth to your kid, like that was anxiety producing, but it wasn't like terrifying. Do you know what I mean? Roman Polanski is a very visual director. So movies like Terminator, I do like Blair Witch Project. Hello, W.R. Costin. It is a scary movie. I watched it when I was 8. I used to love watching Blair Witch Project. My best friend and I used to get together, do sleepovers, and watch horror movies. And the Blair Witch Project was one of them, because it is very dialogue heavy. You don't have to be able to see. It's probably better if you can't see because of the camera shaking. So it, like, if you had to watch it, because a lot of people I remember saying Blair Witch Project was boring, just teenagers in a forest. I could see that. It's not frightening to me now as an adult. To me, it's I'm a terrible person. It's funny to me, but a lot of horror movies to me are funny. Um, but when I was a kid, it was kind of scary. It wasn't like terrifying to me, but it was kind of scary. Um, James Cameron was the director of Terminator. Yeah, I know it wasn't Roman Polanski that did Terminator. I know Roman Polanski did Rosemary's Baby. But James Cameron, Roman Polanski, Michael Bay, all of those directors I find are very, very visual directors. And a lot of their movies are very, um, very visual, and I find them very hard to watch. When we found out it's fake, it ruined it. Yeah, but we really believed as kids. Same way I haven't been scared by a movie in ages, probably when I was 7 or 8. Yeah, yeah, and the things that have scared me in movies recently have not been the movie itself. Like, it has not been the concept of the movie. It's been some sort of audio thing that happened. Like, it was a scene in the movie that scared me. It wasn't the movie itself. Do you know what I mean? Like, um, I think the thing that I went and watched The Grudge when I was a teenager. Um, and the only thing that scared me about the Do I like David Lynch? Yes, I do. You're right. He is visual, but he does dedicate half the time to sound design. David Lynch is a very good director. So is David Fincher, the guy who did Seven. And David Fincher also is responsible for most of the direction behind the Netflix series Mindhunter. Um, and it was a really, really, really well done. Um, but yeah, The Grudge. The only thing that freaked me out about The Grudge was that stupid noise. Um, it wasn't. It wasn't. What's it called? It was the fucking noise. It wasn't the concept of The Grudge. It was that goddamn fucking noise. And I know anyone who's seen The Grudge knows what noise I'm talking about. Oh my god, I wish you could see David Fincher movies. They're so spectacular visually. Like, he tints every scene with a color for the tone. Oh, that's awesome. Um, yeah, and movies like Paranormal Activity, they didn't scare me. The only thing that freaked me out was the scenes where she was possessed and like walking around really slowly like a zombie, because I could just picture it in my head, and like her slow plodding footsteps were a little creepy. What's in the box? Says Duck Dog. Yes, yes, what's in the box? That was a great fucking movie. Um, let's see here. Yeah, I don't think Skep's gonna make it. He must have had a run up at the pharmacy, but I know he's with us in spirit. Like I said, he's got a a sick grandbaby, which sucks on Christmas. I hope that they're doing okay.
Hey, they're back.
Oh, and the kids are home already. Um, fuck. Okay then. It's a good thing Pincalo's still here. But he might have to go to work soon. Um, okay. That just threw a wrench into my plans. Polk Sinatra. I love Pincalo. Yeah, the kids went to an office Christmas party with my mom. Um, and I wasn't expecting them to be back. I thought they'd be back around noon. I was gonna go until like 11:30, maybe quarter two, but um, let's see. It's 11:21. Let's go till 11:30 to make it a full hour. So at Pincalo, the driving it man is playing Santa for real. Yeah, we still have to wrap. Well, he still has to wrap all the presents because I suck at wrapping presents. Like seriously, I suck at wrapping presents. Um, so poor Pincalo's got to wrap all of the kids' Christmas presents and fill the stockings and. Can you quickly discuss the Andy and Douche fight? Um, get the kids to read the news. um, well, I don't even bother wrapping presents anymore. Yeah. Well, I think, well, I very, very quickly, because I don't want Andy and his band of friends to come after my channel because I dare talk about the fight. Um, Andy's going to get his ass kicked if he gets into the States. But I don't know. It's not going to go well for him. Mildly fond of you all. Have a great Christmas. Well, I'm mildly fond of you too, Dread Darkwater. Yes. I don't know if you believe the lore, but Tonka is not in a fucking wheelchair. He's going to kick Andy's ass. Because Andy knows the moves. He doesn't even know a move. He hasn't been able to name a move that he knows. He just says, I know the moves. I just. We've been watching this from two different angles, and I can't see a scenario where Andy loses. Oh. I agree to disagree with you on that one. I'm not going to make a bet because I don't think Andy's going to make it past the border. I think, no, I don't think he's going to make it past the border. But if he does make it past the border, he's going to get his ass kicked in. It's not even going to be more than one round. I don't think the fight will happen either, but let's say it does. I don't think Andy could take cookies from a Girl Scout. Probably not. I think it is bad form to bet on a fight. Bet on the outcome of a fight between two mental incompetents. Yeah, that's one of the other reasons. I'm Vanilla Bear. I just don't. I don't think this is going to happen. And honestly, I think it'll be like bum fights. It'll be scrappy like a bum fight, that's for sure. I think there's a lot of talk. I don't think it's going to happen. And then there's going to be a blame fight, a blame fest as to why it didn't happen and whose fault it is. Some of them are good people. Some of them are both sides have fans that are pure cancer. Both sides have fans that are good people. That's just the way with fandoms. Every fandom has fans that are just awful people. Some of them have, and some of them are really amazing people. Taka has a lot of fans. This thing is for content. They know neither one of them have anything good to talk about, so this is all for drama. Yeah, I agree with you. I don't think the U.S. Border Patrol will allow Andy in the U.S. either, Gunfox. Because there are laws now that because Canada has legalized weed, the U.S. Border Patrol can just ask you if you've smoked. And if you say yes, then they have the what's it called? Authority to say you can't come into the States here. But I will not be watching it, says Gunfox. Yeah, I haven't. I don't think I'm going to pay for the pay-per-view either. I'm definitely not going to pay to go to Tennessee and watch it. Hey, fam, I'm cracking open an Old English. Hasn't he been convicted on drugs charges anyway that immediately precludes him from coming in? I don't know. It's a Skep Talk.
I just got here. I'm so sorry.
It's sorry. Okay.
Just picking up medicine for the kids, and that's a story, by the way.
How are they?
They're fine. Just had to get some anti-nausea medication and some cough medicine, basically, for the little guy. He's had a virus. They're not giving him antibiotics. They're just trying to, give him support stuff. So I'm about to pay. Hey, everybody. Hi, chat. Nice to be here. Skep Talk. Got to decelerate here for a minute. I am so furious at CVS. That's the big pharmacy chain down here.
Yeah.
And it's an all Muslim staff at this place. So that, you know, they care not a bit. And I said, we picked up albuterol for this kid yesterday, and he had insurance. Why is there no insurance? Why does it cost $200 for 15 tablets of anti-nausea stuff and a bottle of cough syrup?
Mm-hmm.
And she says, "You're kafir, I don't care." And I'm like, what? And she said, your months are different. Your months are different. The month got written down incorrect. And I said, you mean the month and days are reversed because you're used to doing it? Yes, that's right. And I said, how did you think it was the 19th month? His birthday is October 19th.
Right.
You know, and I said, how did you think that it was the 19th month? And she said, I thought it was a mistake. So no insurance. And I said, really? Did you ask anybody? But she's a pharmacist, okay? She's an actual pharmacist, so she's too good to ask the questions. You know, there's a lot of pride going on here, a lot of other bullshit going on. The head pharmacist there is this gigantic bearded Muslim, looks like Ayman al-Zawahiri.
Oh, God.
You know, himself, just, you know, an unfriendly environment. I'm going to talk with the stepdaughter and see about changing pharmacies, because that is just unacceptable. Anyway, but I got here. I was only half an hour late. Sorry, guys. So what have you been talking about?
I read some news in the Discord, and we were talking about horror movies.
What news did you read?
I read about there's a Canadian guy who's an ex-diplomat who's been detained in China over security reasons, because we arrested and extradited a Chinese citizen to the U.S. So there's
pissing contest going on.
Yes, they're using humans in a political pissing contest. Right, exactly. As one does.
Well, sure. You're a totalitarian. Why not? Speaking of crazy, and we weren't, but let's do that now. So last night, everybody Blinds tweets out this thing. Did you see this? And it's from Donald Trump. And it's like, vaccines cause autism. Terrible problem.
Well, and then somebody was like, this is a 4-year-old tweet. And I'm like, I honestly don't care.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. I was going to bring up that it doesn't appear to be a current tweet, but the fact that the most powerful man in the world could ever think something so nutty kind of points up how fragile things really are. I mean, you know, look, everybody was happy enough to go along and get along as long as Trump was making basically conservative oriented decisions and doing a not terrible job of governing. He didn't make any gigantic missteps except possibly with the tariffs. It's always a double-edged sword. You're always going to get some pain for tariffs. But when the commander-in-chief starts saying stuff like vaccines cause autism, you kind of go, really? You know, when are we gonna, you know, are you going to start tweeting out stuff like jet fuel cannot melt steel and crap like that? Has he just gone crazy, or was he crazy to begin with?
It's like, because somebody replied to me that it was like, this is not a current tweet, and it's not surprising that he thinks this because a lot of celebrities were falling for that craze. And I'm like, current or not, it's still dangerous bullshit.
Yeah, I don't want the president of the United States falling for that. I don't want him to fall for anything. Because if he would fall for that, what else might he fall for? How else might he be fooled? If he is that easily deceived, he's going to be putty in Putin's hands, right? Mm-hmm. And the Chinese will just have their way with him. Fortunately, he's not. He's a more complicated guy than that. And as insane as that tweet was, I think generally it's not representative. I got to thinking about it. It's generally not representative of how he thinks. I think something just, he's kind of like squirrel, something shiny gets
He's
his
very
attention.
reactionary.
Yeah, very reactive, extremely. And he just goes after the shiny thing, goes after the thing that makes the funny noise. And he's sort of like a beagle, it's just not overly swift and attracted to the, definitely a sight hound. So anyway, I think long term, I think it's not anything to worry about. But I also think we need to just make sure that he doesn't get caught up in anything that's really potentially harmful.
I always call out freaking when I see stuff like that, just because it's just a hot button thing with me. Like,
well, sure, of course it is, understandably, but moreover, it should be a hot button reason with you for the obvious reason, but also it should be a hot button notion with everybody that's crazy, and that's a dangerous place to be crazy. Having the president of the United States say stuff like that is crazy and scary. So
it's not like, and when I was thinking about it, it's not like me going, like, I didn't think he necessarily believed it. Like I said, it could have just been a reactionary tweet.
Yeah.
But how many people follow him?
Yeah. How many people did he instantly convince that that's a problem? And there are people who, if he said the moon is an ice cube, they would believe him.
Yeah.
If the moon was made out of green cheese, they'd believe that too. They would simply accept whatever comes out of his mouth, and that's it's dangerous to follow anybody in a non-critical way like that. We're given minds. I believe we are on this earth to use our minds. And I wish the president would exercise a little bit more discretion with his tweets, but as long as he doesn't start doing crazy stuff, it's doing the crazy stuff that scares me. He's saying crazy stuff. It's a little scary. Doing crazy stuff, we've got to think about a remedy.
Duck says, Skeptalk, I get better prices at Walgreens and Walmart. CVS doesn't even have smokes. Well, a fucking drugstore shouldn't have smokes.
Yeah. CVS.
I'm sorry.
CVS is a virtue signaling hound dog. Their management has gone to the wall trying to hire every Muslim they possibly can. I mean, they made it a corporate deal, and that's fine. That's great. It's a full employment plan for Muslims, and good for them. Mazel tov. I'm happy they get good employees, but they're not going to get my business anymore because I basically got treated like shit, and then kind of laughed at. I said, I'm kind of on a tight time thing. Can you do this now? We fix. You sit. Fuck off. Tell me what to do. I was going to walk out, and I realized that would be cutting off my nose to spite my face.
Yeah.
So I just waited and drummed my fingers on the countertop, wishing I was somewhere else. I
hate the way they talk to you like that. Like, because I've had that too. Like, even when they're trying to be helpful, even when you run into one that wants to help, to do.
Right.
They're very, very much like, go here, do this, sit here. Like,
right.
And it's like, okay, I'm not a fucking dog.
Yeah. You may think you're a Klingon. I don't think you're a Klingon. Stop talking like a Klingon. I will fucking kick your ass. That's the way I feel about it. I want, just makes you want to, who do you think you are talking like that? And, it was plain that she thought that I was, less than, and she made that very clear.
Yeah.
So, and she's all hijabbed up, she's wearing almost a niqab. The hijab is so bullshit. It's a Linda Sarsour style hijab, so it even covers the bottom of the chin. And, just that phony piety and holy woman. Crazy. So anyway,
hi Logan.
How is Logan's Christmas Eve going?
It's going well. They just got back from the Christmas party with their grandma.
Oh boy, I bet that was fun.
Yeah, what are you doing, Logan?
Oh, I love kids.
Come here. Ugh.
Put me in a good mood.
Can you say hi? Can you say hi, Logan? Can
Merry
you say
Christmas,
hi?
Gunfox. We'll see you later, bud.
No, don't touch the
Stopping by.
keyboard. Don't touch the keyboard. Uh-oh. He's trying to touch the computer.
Yeah, absolutely. It's funny that his name is Logan. I've shared with you privately. I don't know if I've said this publicly. My grandson's name is Logan also.
Aw.
It's a good name. It's a cute name. Love that name.
Yeah, it was so hard to come up with a name for him. It took us till I was like 7 or 8 months pregnant with him.
Oh, okay.
And one day I was like, what about Logan? And then I just couldn't, like, even when I was thinking about the baby,
Yeah.
I couldn't just say the baby.
Right.
It was like Logan. No, that's his name.
Yeah. He named himself.
Yeah.
So.
What are you doing? What are you getting into?
Anyway, yeah. So.
Pincalo let him into my office.
I hear that. And, so how's Pincalo here on this Christmas Eve? Is he doing okay?
He's good. He's tired. He did all the Christmas shopping
Oh, good.
by himself, and I stayed and babysat. Well, not babysat, but
You were a mom.
I stayed and was mom, and he went and did all the Christmas shopping.
Yeah.
And then he's got to do all the wrapping because I fucking suck at wrapping presents.
Yeah.
Oh no! Don't play with Mommy's guitar, honey.
By the way, I mean you don't have to be blind to suck at wrapping paper. Christmas presents. If I wrap Christmas presents, it looks like a 7th grader, who's just getting to understand what Scotch tape is. Wrapped it, and it's basically pieces of paper taped to the gift itself. Never ends up. It doesn't end well. So. And my wife is one of these. She can wrap it like the professionals do in a store. So I just say, psh,
Off you go.
That's it. Exactly. You can always tell the gifts Brenda gets because they're horribly wrapped. Look like a 6-year-old spaz wrapped them.
Oh, this must be from you.
Yeah, exactly. It was from Santa Claus. And so anyway, we're getting ready. We're actually gonna have our big dinner tonight. So
Ooh.
the house is filled with the smell of turkey. We're gonna actually put the turkey here and take it over to stepdaughter's house, which is 4 miles away, and do that. So we brined the turkey last night, or Brenda brined the turkey, and she got it ready to cook this morning. We loaded it into a baking bag and into the oven it goes.
Yummy.
Roast the turkey for X number of hours and all that kind of stuff. It's an interesting thing. Different subject, completely different subject, non-holiday thing, having to do with the Patreon stuff. Because you had a very interesting take on that, I thought. And I assume that you saw Sargon's video on Patreon.
I haven't gotten a chance to watch it yet, but I saw that he put up a video.
Yeah, he and V did the dramatic reading.
Yeah, I watched that.
Of the transcript of the conversation between.
V made her sound. I could just imagine, minus the accent, that she sounded exactly like that.
Exactly. You could just imagine. And Matt Christensen said, I definitely did not record it, but I have a transcript. How did he get the transcript? Well, he must have had somebody listening and taking notes in shorthand. That's the only thing I can think of. It's the only way
Maybe
you can play
he
that
did it.
fast. Or maybe he made a recording surreptitiously and then transcribed that. which would be illegal because he is actually in a two-party state, not a one-party state. So, but he would not admit that.
Are there auto transcribing programs available or no?
Yes, there are, and some of them are actually okay. The best one, I'm trying to think of the name. It has a funny name. My brain is not fully functional. I'm still too hacked off. Anyway, there is one in particular better than most of them, and voice recognition stuff. But typically it's one you have to tune to the voice to get it to be really, really accurate. But if he's getting 90%, 95% accuracy, it's mostly just spelling corrections. And it will, if it can't figure the word out, it will spell it phonetically.
Right.
So that you have a very, virtually 100% accuracy with something like that. All I could think of was Scott Technologies, but it's not Scott Technologies. It's, what is that? It's going to bother me now. Anyway, it's one that a lot of authors use this program, and because they can just dictate their books into this, and it types it. So it essentially is a typing thing. But if you use something like that, I don't know. I think that's still probably recording, because you're not making a direct representation of the person's voice. It's not this. It's different from a recording in that. But on the other hand, you are recording what the person is saying. So I don't know how the law would break that down. Anyway, make a long story short. We know that Patreon is basically cutting the throats in a very immature and very unhinged manner. I mean, if you Google the word, the N-word, the quote-unquote N-word on Patreon, you get like 6,000 hits.
Yeah.
Okay. But all the conservative sites that use that are gone. So it's all, strangely, it's all the liberal, the Antifa and liberal sites that are using it, and rap stars and stuff that can get away with that. And I think that's ironic. It just makes me wonder where Patreon is going. If they're going to be the payment system for only one point of view, the collective communist left point of view, that indicates to me that they're
Logan, stop.
That there is a huge possibility that there's a huge possibility for a market vacuum base.
Yeah,
Where
I would
somebody
agree.
can come in and make some money serving the
He needs a
normal
new diaper.
people.
Oh, wow, that just happened. Come on, stinky butt. Come on, Jordy. Oh, buddy. Out.
A husband who changes diapers. That's a word.
Well, he's never been one not to.
Yeah, and good for him. I was a major diaper changer, and have all those stories that go along with changing diapers. Anyway, nothing to be afraid of there. Just wash your hands afterwards.
Yep.
And move along. Shit happens.
Did you see people are getting so pissed off at Chris Rock for Louis C.K. and some other dude using the N-word? Seinfeld, that's right.
Yeah.
And I saw a tweet.
So they're getting mad at the black guy.
Yeah, I saw a tweet where somebody called Chris Rock the cooniest of coons for not calling out Louis C.K. and Jerry Seinfeld. And I was like, so I quote tweeted them. And I said, clearly this person has never seen Rock's stand-up where he talks about times where it's okay for white people to use that word. Because he does do a bit when it's okay for a white person to say the N-word. And it's funny as hell. And Then I said, and are you seriously using a slur to get to bitch about somebody not coming down on white people for using another slur?
I know. Does that make any sense at all? So
Like it's okay for you to call him a coon
right.
because he allowed white people to say the N-word?
Yeah.
Like how does that work?
Alex, thanks for coming by, bud. Sorry you got to go, but appreciate you stopping by.
Have any of your baby boys pissed on the ceiling while getting their diapers changed? No, not that high.
I'll tell you what you do learn, though, WR, and that is when you're changing a little boy's diaper, you put your finger down on the little peepee and point it up their chest. Otherwise, that gun's pointed right at you.
Yeah.
I remember I got sprayed one time, and it sprays you in the chest and under your chin, and you just go, "Hey, what's going on?" Oh man, that's my other reaction was that's a lot of power.
Yeah.
That was really coming out of there. And so you get to change your clothes. But yeah, that's you learn little tricks like that. Changing little boys, you make sure that thing is not pointed at your face because it'll go off. It always goes off. The cold hits the butt, and that's it. It's
and then they laugh at you.
Yeah, I know.
Because they peed on you and you go, ah, and then they laugh at you.
Right. and that makes it okay, actually.
Yeah, it does.
The sound of a baby's laughter just does something to you, doesn't it?
It really does.
Just makes you smile inside.
Alex has figured out the smart little bugger. He's
Manipulative
4.
Little guy.
He's 4, and every time he gets in trouble, it's, but I love you.
I love you. This will work. I love you.
But I love you.
Yeah.
I want a kiss and a hug.
So we get to another interesting parenting thing. Do you believe in spanking your children?
No.
I have heard the pros and cons on this, and I can't bring myself to think it's right to strike your children.
I think that if you are hitting your kids, that you have lost control.
Yeah.
Now, have I given my kids a tap on the hand every once in a while?
I'm not talking about that. I mean,
yes.
I'm talking about where you.
But I have never spanked them.
Mom!
Hi.
Wake me up.
No, I'm talking.
But not to get something, Mom.
You want to do what?
Talk to Chat.
You want to talk to Chat?
Yeah.
Okay. Say hi, Chat.
Hi, Chat.
Say hi, Skeptalk.
Hi, Chat.
Hi, Logan.
That's Alex.
Oh, that's Alex.
Everybody there.
Hi, Alex.
Everybody
No, everybody's listening.
there.
Everybody's there?
No, he has disappeared.
They disappeared.
Yeah.
Well, let's hope not. There's
Yeah,
still people
Mom.
watching.
We all disappeared.
They all disappeared.
Yeah.
Oh, dear.
I should buy them.
We should find them?
Yeah.
Okay, well, can you go find them while I talk to them?
Then go find them.
You go find them, okay? Go find them.
And I have to buy them.
Go help Daddy with Logan, okay?
No, we can play.
Go help Daddy with Logan. Mommy's almost done, okay? I'll come spend time with you after I'm done, all right?
Them.
Okay, you go find them.
No, I'm not.
No, you're not?
Disappeared.
They just disappeared, huh?
It just
Yeah.
disappeared. I love that. I love that little voice saying disappeared. That's so wonderful.
He's a great kid.
Me,
Yeah.
no, me just a dog.
You're
Yeah.
just a dog.
He's real early entertaining. He's smart.
He is smart.
bright as a-
They're very smart kids.
yeah, they both sound
Me
very
just a dog.
You're just a dog. You're a dog. You're a very human looking dog.
you. Because I'm a bit of the papa.
You're a member of the Paw Patrol.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. Duck Dog talks about being hit by somebody with, a belt and getting smacked with a belt.
Yeah.
I've heard about that.
That's
People get scars from that.
yeah.
That's way past love. That's
Mhm.
not even misguided. That's something else. That's anger coming in. And
Yeah.
that's not. There's nothing healthy about that. There's nothing good about that. People say, "Well, spare the rod and spoil the child." That's bullshit. If it's all function about how the rules that you lay down for your kids, and you teach them principles instead of instead of guiding their every move.
Yeah, exactly. Like
Give them some independence.
Yeah, we set rules for the kids, and they know the rules, and when they break them, they get consequences. But there's no, like, I've seen kids that are spanked, and they have no respect for their parents.
Right. Well, yeah, they're
fear.
They're either cowering in fear, or they turn into these little passive aggressive, which to me is even worse, because then they're unreachable. If you say anything that they want to hear, they just give more passive aggressive.
Yeah, like my stepfather's family were spankers.
Yeah.
And they always asked my mom, stop it. Okay? No, we're not gonna spin. Mommy's talking. They always asked my mom, well, why don't you spank me, right? And my mom was like, well, why? What's the point? And like that parenting out of anger, and that doesn't work for us. And I saw, like, there were kids that, it was, do this or I'm gonna spank you, and they actually threatened me with that once.
Really?
Everyone was getting Easter ready, and I was put in charge of all of the frickin' children. And this was a Jamaican family, so lots of kids.
Yeah.
Lots of kids.
Yeah.
And
there's not much to do in the islands.
No. And
the babies.
It was, I just wanted to ask my mom a question. So I went downstairs, and one of the adults was like, you go upstairs, or because we're hiding the eggs. And I'm like, okay, well, I can't see where you're hiding the eggs, so let me go talk to my mom. Right? I'm not going to tell the kids where you guys are hiding the eggs because I can't see.
Right.
So go, I'll be 30 seconds. And she's like, no, you go back upstairs or I'm going to hit you. I'm going to spank you. And I'm like, try it. Because I was like 12 or 13 at the time. And I'm like, try it. Mom is in the next room, and I'm pretty damn sure she wouldn't appreciate that.
Yeah.
And there was one of the kids with me, and they're like, she'll do it. Like, she was scared.
Yeah.
She was like, she'll do it. And I'm like, I don't care.
Yeah.
I'm not related to you guys. She's got no business putting her hands on me.
Yep. No, nobody has the right to hit anybody else.
Really. I'm like, that's your family dynamic. That's not mine and my mom's. And if she puts a hand on me, my mom's not going to be happy.
Yeah. Let's see, where was I going with that? Thinking about that family dynamic and all the, everybody's family is different. Duck Dog says that it straightened him out being hit, and that he had a much better relationship with his father after they had kind of a climactic battle wherein he got hit with a belt buckle and actually injured him, and his father felt really bad.
Yeah.
And they felt better afterwards, but you shouldn't have to go there. You shouldn't have to go there.
Yeah, I think his dad probably felt worse because his dad probably went, "Oh fuck,
Yeah.
I lost control."
Yep.
I guarantee you the fact that he got hurt was probably secondary to the fact that his dad was upset. His dad was probably like, "Holy shit.
Yeah.
I got mad enough and I was so mad that I accidentally hit my kid with a belt buckle.
Yep.
Holy shit."
I had one angry physical confrontation with my son. He took a swing at me when he was about 11.
Mm.
I mean, and it was a sucker punch too, and kind
Ooh.
of glanced off my chin. And I went, "Really?" And I grabbed him. And Mike was strong, but he didn't know anything about wrestling.
Yeah.
And I put a quick wrestling move on him and had him on the floor with his arm behind his back. And I said, "Don't start something you can't finish. You have no business hitting somebody, no matter how tough you think you are." And he still remembers that to this day.
I think
I
that's
said, "No matter
appropriate.
how tough you think you are, you'll only ever be the local champ. There will always be somebody tougher than you."
See, and I think that was an okay thing to do, honestly.
I hope so. I think it was. He never touched me after that, and until he, had that little spate of rebellion that landed him in jail. Was actually a pretty well behaved little kid, and I was very much hands off. I did no physical discipline really to speak of, other than when they were real little. If I just couldn't get their attention any other way, they'd get a quick swat on the backside that didn't even hurt. I mean, it would feel like being patted on the back. It's just an attention getting thing. Hey, look at me. Pay attention to me. Pay attention. We're crossing the street. It's not time to dance.
I think Alex smacked me in the face once, so I tapped his hand.
Yeah, but
and it was like, "Hey."
I know I remembered something that I forgot that I was going to say. It just has to do with something we were talking about earlier. So I showed a few people that article that has the picture of you, and talks about crossing the street where you had your car accident.
Right.
And there's a picture of the intersection that you crossed.
Yeah.
And I said, "What do you think about that?" And the reaction has been the same from all three people that I showed that to. Holy shit. Can you imagine crossing that street and not being able to see?
Yeah, there was the Tim Hortons that I used to frequent was right across the street from that, and they watched the whole thing. And there was like, if there's anybody that disputes anything, come to us, because there was the usual complement of elderly old men that sit and talk.
Yeah.
And they saw me come there every day before university to get my coffee.
Yeah.
And they were like, "If you need anything,
Yeah.
if you need any witnesses, come to us," because we saw the whole thing. And they were like, "We don't know how you cross that street every day." we really don't.
Yeah. And that has been everybody's reaction to that. It's just, if I tried to do that, it'd be suicide.
It's a huge, it's a scary street.
Well, of course it is. Of course it is. And to have to cross based on verbal cues, you're pretty much dependent on the good conduct of the drivers. If there's somebody who is, racing through the streets and is not paying attention to traffic lights and just blows through the intersection on a red light, they could run you down. They could kill you.
And with the advent of the wonderful fucking electric car, with the deathly silent motor,
right? Exactly. They should do a thing like when I was a kid, we used to put playing cards we used to mount them with clothespins on the backs of our bikes so that the spokes of the wheel would flap against the card and go whack, 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 whack. They should do something like that so that the electric cars actually make a sound,
Yeah.
because that really is my stepson has a Prius hybrid, and so it's got an electric motor, and you it's quieter than a golf cart.
Jesus.
You don't even hear the whine. There's no 60 cycle hum. There's no nothing. There is no nothing. It's this silent thing that creeps along, and you just go, wow. I mean, even when the little 3-cylinder engine comes on to charge the battery back up,
Yeah.
you just kind of go, what? It's just amazing thing. It's amazing technology, really, but it is deathly quiet. And I don't know what the answer is. Is we've got to get stem cells to the point where we can grow eyes for people. We need to grow you an eye. We need to grow you some eyes.
That would be awesome.
Yeah, that's the answer. I'm going full science fiction here, but yes, that's what we need.
Duck Dog says the really stiff cards made it sound like a Harley.
Exactly. Yeah, you could use like index cards, and it would make it sound even more hardcore. Yep, he's absolutely right. Oh, that's so funny. That's thinking back then. Yeah.
So are you guys all ready for Christmas?
To an extent. I've got all the Christmas shopping done. I have to wrap the presents. I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 presents to wrap, but like 6 of them are just slipping something in an envelope, basically, or throwing it in a sack with some tissue paper. So it's not too hard. I shall overcome.
You shall persevere.
I shall persevere. I shall overcome. I shall be the Christmas guy. The Christmas guy will do it again. And it's so funny. I mean, this is just how low rent we are. But we keep nice looking gift bags and use them again.
Yeah.
So because we can't, it just seems like such a waste to go out and you spend $3 for a gift bag. Really?
Yeah.
Why?
Just one.
Yeah. As far as that's concerned. So sometimes I just stick a bow on it and say the hell with it.
Hey, what works, right?
If it's big enough, that's exactly what I do. It's exactly what I do. When we bought my stepdaughter a refrigerator for Christmas, I've just put a red bow on it, wrapped. That was back in the day. And she was going through medical school, and her medical training was it didn't pay a lot of money. She was a poor, starving student, and I didn't want her to, didn't want her to be deeply in debt when she came out. So all worked out. Those was the days. Well, how long were you going to go? Let's see. It's 11:08 now. So I've been here and active for about 45 minutes.
I was going to take us till 10 after.
Okay, so 2 more minutes.
Run
through chat right quick. Let's see. Rolling Bear, for electric cars, there should be community service message playing nonstop. I have no. Yeah, I got you. All right, and then Duck Dog says, I think it was on Jay Leno's garage. The Nissan has an engine sound generator on the outside. Oh, that's funny. Engine sound generator. And yep, it's the funny thing. Hi, Jacob Gulf City Navo. Jacob Navo saying hi. I guess he inserted Gulf City into his name. What is the deal with Gulf City? Why do they do that at Gulf City? Is that just to show that they're part of that stream, or?
Yeah, it's a show of support, a show of fandom.
Okay, that's fine.
If you get, I think they had a thing where if you put Gulf City in your name somewhere and you showed Ghastly that you got a wrench in chat and stuff like that.
Oh my God. I don't want a wrench most of the time. I don't want the responsibility. But that's me.
And when you are done with the stream, go beat Pincalo until he hunts down the proximity badgers.
What are the proximity badgers? What are they?
Okay, so I was trying to say when I was sick with my cold,
Yeah.
I was talking about something, and I can't remember what it was, but I was saying that something required like a proximity badge.
Yes.
But I was really sick, so I had taken some NyQuil or Dayquil or something,
Yeah.
and was very, very out of it, and ended up saying proximity badgers.
Got to watch out
And-
for proximity badgers.
And then didn't realize I said proximity badgers for like 2 minutes. And then I was reading chat and I'm like, wait a minute. Why is everyone laughing at me? And I'm like, oh, did I actually say proximity badgers?
I'm going to put that. We have a bunch of people who are talented artists like Farr and Platty and Adam. I'm gonna and Kara too, by the way.
Well, Pincalo said if artwork gets submitted, we might open a Teespring.
Oh, that'd be wonderful. Yeah, proximity badgers. It's just so funny. Watch out for the proximity badgers. Be careful. Warning, proximity badgers. I mean, I can think of so many good T-shirts you could do with that. So that's it. But it is 11/11.
Proximity badge. The company I work for does access control systems, and I was ranting about them. Oh, that's what it was. And I read it out and repeated proximity badger instead of proximity badge. So now Ryan Rawlings never lets me live it down.
Huzzah! Artwork of the proximity badgers. Badgers with radar dish helmets. Actually, it's not a bad concept. I might post something like that up in the art channel for Kara or Far one of our talented artists, Mustafa or somebody to work on.
Well, guys, it's 12:11, and I'm going to go and help Pincalo with the children's.
Go chill with the chillins.
Yes, go chill with the chillins. I hope everyone enjoyed today's Christmas edition of the coffee stream, because tomorrow, it being Christmas and me being with the kids and Skep being with the grandbabies, we will not be streaming tomorrow. So I hope everyone has a wonderful Christmas. I hope everyone can find something to celebrate and be happy about, because I know sometimes the holidays can be rough for people.
I hope everyone's safe out there too.
Yes, stay safe. If you're gonna drink, don't drive. Don't be stupid.
And if you're gonna drink, don't tweet.
Yeah, don't tweet. And if you do tweet, don't blame it on the Ambien.
Yeah, stop it. Get some help.
I hope everyone has a great day and a great Christmas tomorrow. And we'll be back here on Wednesday morning at 10 a.m. Eastern. And I hope everyone stays safe. Have an awesome day, guys.
Merry Christmas, everybody.